Week 32 in the can. Thank the Lord. All right, let's get to the recap. Hey, everybody. Well, week 32 was a success, in my book anyways. All my workouts went really pretty well, especially my long ride. So let's get to the summary. We'll go over the mileage and then we'll elaborate. So week 32 distances. In the swim, we had 5,700 yards. On the bike, we had 115.1 miles. And on the run, we had 20.6 miles for a total active work time of 11 hours and 51 minutes. So creeping up. Conditions. So the cold weather, still cold and wet, still a little hanging on, a little bit of an issue, but I can tell we're getting closer and closer to spring, warmer weather, so that's good. Looking forward to it. My long run, so my two big outdoor workouts are my long run on Thursday and my bike on Saturday. The Thursday long run was pretty chilly. It was damp. It did not rain on me, but kind of damp, but it went well. I kept it pretty low effort, 5 to 10 beats below my ceiling. That always helps. The workout is, not such high effort, so it's just not as painful. But anyways, went okay. And then my long bike went really well. It was in the mid 50s when I started. Got close to 60 when I finished. A 95-mile bike, and so it was a 5 hour and 20 some odd minute ride. My heart rate bounced around a little bit early. I'm not sure if that was, honestly I don't know exactly, but it settled into about 145 to 150, so just right where I wanted it to be. The instruction was to use my ceiling heart rate as a guide only. Don't try to stick exactly to it. Just feel it, and just use it as kind of a target. And that's what I did, and it really went well. I was in aero essentially the whole time. I'm going to call it 90% of the time. Tried to zero in on my nutrition. Stayed really consistent with my gels, electrolytes, salt, bars, solid foods. I was getting about 450 plus calories an hour, which, very sustainable. I never had any GI issues. Gonna have to be careful about, race day, as I get towards the end of that bike ride. That last hour or so, I'm going to ease up on the solid foods, because I don't want to start that run and have significant solid food in my stomach and have GI issues on the run. So I'm going to try to taper that a little bit. But I have several big miles to ride over the next several weeks, and so I'll be able to test that. So anyways, very happy about that bike workout. Overall, it was a really good week. Hoping for more of those as we go along, as we build miles. So let's see, injury update. Man, another good week. I wouldn't call it an injury, but on my long run on Thursday, my hip flexors, both of them were really just weak, strained, tired. I don't know what you call it. It may just be the mileage that kind of catching up. I just don't know. I like probably most of us do. I sit in a chair at the office for all day long, and for weeks, years, and so it has those flexor tissues kind of shorten up. They don't just that's the way it is. So need to stretch them, try to be diligent about working those, and hopefully that'll help. Time will tell as I go do these bigger miles on the runs, and hopefully they won't crater on. Okay, that's it. Summary. overall, I'm going to call it a success. Great week, no complaints. And at a little over a week from now, the time changes. So we get extra sunlight, which is going to be really helpful because I'll be able to do my midweek bike on the road, weather permitting, which is going to be really good. Looking forward to that. Okay, so let's see. I think that's it. Man, week 32. We've got 8 weeks to go, and that last week of workouts really start to taper significantly. So got 4 or 5 weeks of good, solid, big weeks. These are all the kind of the man-mile weeks, and prayerfully I will stay healthy and no injuries and get to that taper week, and then it's going to be smooth sailing. So looking forward to it. Stick with us. Be sure and give us a thumbs up if you like these videos. We need all the exposure we can get. We're doing all this through Ironman Foundation to raise funds for Tying Vines. It's a nonprofit that does humanitarian work for Syrian refugees in Lebanon, and they're having some great success over there in trauma counseling and medical support and vocational training. So these families, these kids are getting what they need now. The need is immense, it's massive, and so they can only impact hundreds of families when they need to be impacting hundreds of thousands of families. So please consider donating. You can go to my Ironman webpage. The link is in the description below, and hit that donate button. We did recently change from a CrowdRise, Ironman Foundation did, from a CrowdRise page to a donor drive page, and they're transitioning that this week and next week. So we got that page up, but it shows 0 raised. That's kind of a bummer because we're a little over 12,000 raised, but it'll show up soon enough. But consider giving, guys. Be a part of this effort. It's a great cause, and we need all the help we can get. So, okay, and be sure and follow us on this YouTube channel, and you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, of course. So stick with us. We're going to do this to the end, to race day, and so looking forward to it. Be a part of what we got going here. All right. Thanks. See you guys next week.